All right, guys. So we've been working on the wheels here for this, the front wheel for the 94. We got the brake off, the caliper off, sorry, the disc off. And it's not bad. It's got some lines and stuff on it, so we're going to replace that. This one's off the back. This one is a lot worse than the other one, but we're going to go and replace both of those. We got to change the sprocket too, so these are your bolts that you'll see here. Focus. Little star head, 6mm star head. So we're going to replace that. I was going to paint these wheels, but kind of on an expedited timeline, so we'll pull them back off and paint them later. So this is the disc that we're going to put back on. It's a little different, give it a little bling type deal. I kind of like it. So we're going to go ahead and put this one on. And they just lay on there like so. Line up your holes, and then these little guys just throw it back in. Get it started. Be careful not to cross-thread it because it's aluminum going into aluminum, and it will cross-thread on you. And I'm doing this one-handed. It's a lot of fun. There we go. There's one. One down, 5 to go. I do these in a crisscross pattern, so I'll do over here with the next one. We don't have the rear brake rotor in yet, but I've got it on order along with the linkage set for the rear suspension. And once that's done, we'll get that all put back together and you'll start seeing the bike go back together. Well, this is just your front video, your front wheel video, sorry. Getting her cleaned up. Just took some degreaser and a bristle brush and hosed it off afterwards. This rim does have a bend in it. It's right here, but I'm gonna take it and see if I can't true it on the truing stand. I'm fairly confident I can, but we'll go from there if it wants to be a pain in the butt or not. Oops, dropped one. What's it with me and dropping these little bolts all the time? I always drop them. So once we get this last one going here, we'll get started on tightening these down. Come on, there we go. These have a torque spec. I'm not sure right offhand what they are, but a way to remember where this goes if you're taking your wheel apart for these, because these little guys pull out. There's a big one on this side and a little one on the other side. Is the big one goes on the brake rotor side, the little one goes on the nut brake rotor side. Where'd it go? There it is. And that's how you get your clearance for your brake calipers and the brackets and everything. So keep that in mind when you're building these. The longer of the two, if you're mixed up, goes on the brake side. That way you have your spacing. But yeah, pull out a little bit so you can see, and then we'll get this snugged up, and it'll be a nice little easy, super easy install. This was only like 45 bucks. So for those of you that are doing like an actual like full frame off and you want your brakes to not look crusty, easy 45 bucks. Keeps it from being that way. And it's a one-handed game, isn't it? So I'll go through off camera and torque these all down a little tighter. You don't want to strip them, guys. They're very shallow. You don't want to strip them, but just in your crisscross pattern, snug them back down, and then go from there. All right, guys, so now we've got the rear wheel up here. We're pulling the rear sprocket off. I went ahead and broke these loose just because of how much attention you got to pay to not bust your knuckles and round them off. But now that they're loose, we're just going to go ahead and take them apart the rest of the way, get these broken down, get this sprocket. This sprocket's fairly new, but the guy I got the bike from was well, let's just say questionable character, so I went ahead and ordered all brand new stuff anyway. You can tell for how new this sprocket is on the outside that they didn't have the chain adjusted right. They're riding it out in the sand. You can tell by how chewed up the ends of the teeth are for how new this sprocket is. So go ahead and keep this one as a spare for a rainy day, and have a brand new one on here for us to enjoy the bike. I always try to keep newer stuff on and the bike's in good shape. So we did decide that we're going to contract out the engine build. I don't remember if I put that out in a video yet or not, but my buddy at Moto 1 in Sanger, California is going to do the engine build for us. It's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be a fun build to pay, but on the timeline we're on, trying to get the bike done in time to go ride in April. I feel like it was the best call, personally. So we're going to let him do the engine build. I'll cry when I get the bill on that, but it'll be worth it. So, got everything apart. The engine rebuild kit came. So, it's a matter of him pulling it, splitting the cases, putting a new rod on the crank, because you can't buy crankshafts for these anymore. And if you guys have a website that allows you to buy a crankshaft, please send it my way, because I will gladly spend the extra money and not have to press a crankshaft apart to get this going here. But yeah, so that's where we're at with that. They're gonna press the crank, put a new rod and bearing and everything on it, mic everything out, make sure it's good to go, and then they're gonna slap it all back together for us, and we're gonna get it as a basically put your accessories on and go engine. I basically just want him to get the bottom end back together, and then I'll slap the top end on it. There's not really going to be a warranty on it because we're going to take it to the desert first thing, so it's one of those like, hey, don't blow your shit up, because I'm not going to hold him responsible for me taking it out there and blowing it up. You know what I mean? If I put the top end together, he does the bottom end. I'm not going to hold him responsible if I lose the top end. But anyway, here's a new sprocket, and we'll get it thrown on here real quick. A little bit on that. I'll get this video up for you guys tonight, so you guys will have it. Let me know if you like the style of videos you're seeing, and if oh, that was scary. So it's designed, if you look at it close, it's designed as a bunch of different holes. It's designed for 2 different hub sizes, so I had it on the wrong size first, and I thought I was screwed up. That would have not been fun. This way. Yes, that's what we want. Much better. I was curious as to why it looked weird. That's what we want. So yeah, you want the tapered side facing up. Don't mind the truck. They're remodeling the house next door, so they're putting a bunch of stuff in. I know I've talked about it in other videos, but this ultrasonic cleaner that I got over here on the bench that you see right there, is a real lifesaver, guys. It cleans up parts, and I'm talking cleans parts like you wouldn't believe. I've put all the linkages in it. I put the skid plate hardware in it. I'm gonna put all the calipers and stuff in it, let them soak out and get nice and clean that way. Again, it's been the greatest Christmas present I ever got. I wish, and now that I've used one, I know when I go to look at my next one, I'm gonna buy the 5 or the 7 liter one, the bigger one that's a little bit more pricey. This one's perfect for bolts, hardware, small stuff, but I want to be able to put cases, like whole cases in there, so that I can clean those out and get all the crap off of them. Again, didn't know it at the time, didn't know it when I was looking. Now I know. So on the next go around, we'll do it a little different. We'll get a little bit bigger one. But again, like, I won't shake a stick at the one I've got. You can't beat the Christmas present price, you know. So, and it does a really, really good job. It gets these bolts and these pieces cleaner than clean. Like, I've dumped a lot of hardware in that, and I've cleaned it 2 or 3 times now. I just keep dumping Simple Green back in it when the time comes to do it, because it's just so efficient that It doesn't even need the simple green. You'll clean it with just water. That was one of the things I was researching when I first started getting these was what do you use to clean? Some guys use water, some guys use soap. I tried simple green out. I tried water, it worked okay. I tried water at Dawn, it worked fantastic. And then I tried simple green, and let me tell you, that was a real game changer. That simple green just destroys any of it. With the ultrasonic cleaner, geez. And they're super low maintenance, guys. You think, you know, oh, I gotta maintain a cleaner, like, it gets all dirty, it's designed to get dirty. Well, yes, it is designed to get dirty, but it's also designed to be really, really easy for you to clean. So don't stress about how dirty it's gonna get or how hard it's gonna be to keep clean. I literally put water in that with no soap, ran it for 5 minutes, and dumped it out, and all the crap came out with it. I was able to just hose it out. So it's really, really easy to keep clean. I wouldn't let that deter you from getting one by any means. And just get these tightened down. Again, crisscross pattern, right? Get her nice and tight. Crisscross pattern. And there is a torque spec on them. Don't ask me what it is. I don't know. I use the get and tight method for a starter, so then I go back and torque them later. So once I find out what torque spec is, I'll tell you. It'll be in the next clip probably, but get these nice and tight, and then we will look at what we're gonna do next tonight. That was done. That was the next one. Means we got one left. It should be this one. All right. Make sure they're all tight. None of them are wiggling. Good stuff. It's that simple, guys. Boom. Brand new sprocket. Looks good. It's gonna rest on me in the next 5 minutes, but hey, call it a day. Leave it good. All right, guys. So we left off taking off this other brake rotor. This is the new one I got laid up here. We're gonna go ahead and get it torqued down now, get it tightened up, and get these wheels done. I was gonna pull these all apart, Cerakote the hubs and do all this extra stuff, but I think I'm gonna save that for once we actually get the bike back and we have it going. We're running out of time on this move out here, so I need to get things going as soon as I can. And I want to get this rolling so I can just roll it up into the back of the fifth wheel trailer and we can go about our day. There are some things in the works where I may not have to move, but as of right now, we still have to. So these tires aren't in bad shape. They're in pretty decent shape still. The guy had just put brand new tires on it when he was running it and it blew up on him. So he just let it sit for a couple of years with these tires. Some of them still have the knobbies on them, others don't, but we're gonna probably get new rubber on it when we run around on these for a little bit and see what happens, but we'll go from there. Always do that. So this is the rear wheel. If you don't know, that's the wrong size. If you didn't know, that's the wrong size. Let's run over to the toolbox and get something else. All right, so after 1,000,001 tries, we got it. So we're gonna gently work these down in here. Sometimes I don't want to play nice, so be prepared for them. Some of them want to just thread in nice and gentle, others want to be a pain in the butt, so just be ready for a little bit of both. Again, I do it in a crisscross pattern just to make sure that we're not screwing anything up, we're not stripping anything, not doing anything dumb. In a minute, I have a question for you guys about that seat that you see over there. A lot of people would throw that seat away and just get another one, but there's 2 reasons why I don't want to do that. Yeah, like I said, crisscross pattern. Don't force it. If it starts being a pain in the butt, stop. It's not worth stripping one out or stripping out the hub and then having to either tap it or helicoil it. It's not worth it, guys. Not worth it. I got some stuff to show you in about a second. So just like that, and then find torque specs online, torque them down, crisscross pattern, good to go. Now the wheels are done. Got them back over there. You see we got the fork seals, the forks laid out. We're gonna do the fork seals on those later. Real quick, this little ultrasonic cleaner. This thing is a beast and a half, let me tell you. We cleaned all the parts you see, and then don't mind my straps, I gotta load, I gotta run. Every bag of part, every part we bagged and tagged. Took them out, ran them through the cleaner, ran amazing. All the bolts are shiny clean, not messed up, So this seat cover, right? This is an impossible seat cover to find, I'm finding. The seat Kevlar, I cannot find this brand, let alone this color. I love this color. I want to keep it on the bike, so it does have the little rip right here. I'm just going to rock it. Honestly, I'm going to rock it, and we're going to roll with it until we can't anymore. There was a spot on the back of the seat here that these bolts had pulled out, so I Gorilla epoxied them. Let's see if we can get it a little closer. I Gorilla epoxied it in its home there, and I'm hoping it stays. And then I have another bolt for that guy right there. And we're gonna rock this because I like it. I cleaned up nice. It's still got some, stainage and stuff on it, but from what it looked like before, it cleaned up really nice. So we're gonna rock it and keep rolling. In the next video, you guys are probably gonna see me tearing down these fork seals. We got a cool little wrap, so I gotta get all this clean. And we're gonna do like a purple wrap on the arm on both sides from here to here, and we're gonna run it on both of them. So I'm really excited to get these all cleaned up, get them taken apart, and then we'll go from there. I don't know if I showed you guys the frame. The frame cleaned up really nice. The swing arm cleaned up okay. It still could use a good pressure wash, so I'm gonna hit it with some Purple Power pressure washer once I get everything back together. The linkage is at the machine shop getting pressed out because I don't have a press right now. And then we ordered a new subframe, so that'll be here soon. So you're gonna start seeing in the next video the bike actually start getting put back together. And that's what I'm really excited for, is to see the bike come back together and be back together. So we're gonna close this video out. Like I said, in the next one, you'll see either the fork seals be redone or the start of the assembly of the frame and the subframe and stuff like that. Swing arm, getting everything back together, trying to get the bike rolling. I'm excited to finish this out. Like I said, it's up in the air whether or not we're still moving or not. But if we are, we're going to finish. And if we're not, we're still going to finish. So don't sweat it too much. I want you to enjoy the videos. I got the motor all boxed up right here at my feet to go to the engine builder earlier this next week. Probably drop that off on Monday. Today is Wednesday. Sorry. But yeah, so we'll do that. And then we'll do a walk around the new tow pick here. So, there's a new truck I just bought for the business. So we'll do a walk around and show you guys that. And we'll go from there. Until then, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless.